Did you know you can sponsor your favorite podcast on the Spin Market Podcast Network? Hi, everybody. I'm Peter Stockdale, host of the Spin Market Report. In the past year, our podcasts have had over 20,000 total streams, and our YouTube channels have had over 1 million views. Whether you're promoting a product, service, or event, we'll help you reach the audience that matters. Get more information on how to sponsor a podcast at spinmarketwith2ks.com. Spin Market. Your business, your message, our platform.
It's the Spin Market Report. Here's your host, Peter Stockdale.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Marketing Monday, the best day of the week. And this week, we've got something a little bit different for you. This week, I was involved with Leadership Calhoun. I presented there, and I did a little podcast with the group. The unfortunate thing is we were running a little short on time, so I didn't quite get to every single person in the group, but we did get to most of the people. And one of the coolest things about this is it's the first year of Leadership Calhoun, and this is over in Calhoun County, and we talked about what it means for these people to be involved in Leadership Calhoun. We talked about who they are and what their industries are and how they impact Calhoun County. And, what the future is holding and what they're most excited about. I had fun talking on this. Most of the people that were on the podcast had never even been on a podcast before. And it was one of those things where a lot of them were really nervous. But, it's just kind of fun to bring them on and kind of talk about what they're doing. And these are people who are well respected within their industries. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be a fun episode to kind of just get little tidbits out of some people. And for more information, you can always check out Calhoun County Economic Development Corporation's website, which is in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. Can you introduce yourself and your role?
Yep, my name is Macie Schoon, and I work for the City of Manson. I do economic development, and I'm also the deputy clerk. So I do a lot of the communications. Everything kind of flows through City Hall and kind of goes through me first.
Interesting.
And then I do the water billing. So that's exciting in itself.
That's wild. I've lived on a farm my whole life, so I've never actually had a water bill, but there is a, you have to dig a well. There's a bill there.
Yeah.
So in simple terms, what exactly does your industry, what are you responsible for in Calhoun County?
We do, we have our city council who does a lot of the overall policies and ordinances for the city. And then, like I said, I do the water billing, and our city clerk, Chelsea, she does the budget, kind of does all the money side of things. I don't like to touch that, so she can have all of that. But
So Calhoun County's got a lot of changes coming up. What excites you most about some of these changes that are happening?
I'm actually really excited to just be part of this program in Calhoun County. I think Teresa has really set us in the right direction for success in Calhoun County. There's a lot of new businesses that are starting up. There's we just have lots of exciting things for our future coming our way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what does Leadership Calhoun mean to you specifically, and possibly even your industry?
It's meant a lot to me, actually. I love this kind of thing. I like learning and networking and meeting new people, and it's really given me a lot of confidence that I needed for my role, and then moving forward in my future. I'm just excited to see where it takes me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sitting down and joining me for a little bit on the
Thank you.
podcast. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Yep. Can you introduce yourself and your role?
Absolutely. So I'm Brittany Drew. I'm from Rockwell City, and I'm the Rockwell City Chamber and Development Coordinator in town. I'm also a business owner. I have my own photography business.
Oh, cool.
And I help some businesses out with social media as well.
Amazing. So, awesome. So we're kind of like sort of in this, we're like cousin industries based on what we're doing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So how does your work impact Calhoun County and possibly even the surrounding area?
Yeah, for sure. So being in the chamber position is actually pretty new to me. I started in September.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I have always lived in Rockwell City. Other than leaving for college, I came back, and I truly have a seed that was planted. I feel like a seed that was planted, and the community has really grown me and kind of lifted me up. So I just really felt like this was my time to give back and to just serve my community. And what better way than to help plan events lift other businesses up and groups up and just get involved.
I love that. Civic duty doesn't have to just be policy making.
Yeah.
You're doing the fun stuff.
Yeah, I get to do the fun stuff for sure.
You totally lucked out.
For sure.
So what excites you most about what's going on in Calhoun County right now?
Oh my goodness. So first of all, being a part of this leadership program is amazing. And I think that this is something that really needed to be implemented. This is something that everyone should be excited about. And honestly, Leadership Calhoun, that is what I'm excited about for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what does Leadership Calhoun mean to you and possibly even the community? You got a lot of classes to go, but have you learned a lot?
I've learned a lot about other businesses, but honestly, the connections that I've made while being involved in this has just been amazing. I've gotten to meet a lot of different people. A lot of networking has been happening. So I'm just very grateful for this opportunity. And I'm so grateful for the Rockwell City Rotary for sponsoring me. And that has just been... yeah, it's such a blessing. So
that's super cool. Actually, I looked up the history of like rotaries and like what are they rotating? Well, they used to rotate from place to place, from business to business, and they would have their meetings.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know that until I just did the research for this episode. But this is awesome. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to sit down and talk with me.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
Mm-hmm. Can you introduce yourself and your role with your organization?
Yeah, so my main role is I'm a pastor at the Rockwell City Church of Christ.
Oh, cool.
And so I do that full time, but then I'm also the small business owner. So I own Small Town Handyman that operates out of Rockwell City as well. So
that's fun. That's super fun. So how does your work impact Calhoun County and the surrounding areas then?
My main role as a pastor is I mean, of course, we're all for building the kingdom of God. And so we want to just reach people and help benefit the community in any way that we can. So one of the things we talk about a lot is being in the community for the community. And so, of course, I believe Jesus is the answer. So shamelessly share that with everybody that I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't even bring shame into that. You're doing a good thing, spiritually uplifting everyone. So what excites you most about what's going on in Calhoun County right now? Lots of changes, like as things are progressing. What excites you most?
I think in a trend that you see in a lot is people are starting to move back to the rural. There was the long push of going to the urban areas, and I think we're starting to see that, and I think from my experience, I'm a transplant to Calhoun myself, and so I'm not from there originally, and so, but just I think there's a lot of opportunity being involved in Leadership Calhoun and other areas. There's, I think, growth happening in the county, and I think that's an exciting thing that's like we can capitalize on.
So what does Leadership Calhoun mean to you specifically? Have you learned a lot of stuff?
For me, I mean, this is not a slight to it. I don't know if I've learned anything I didn't know. What for me was the biggest piece has been the collaboration and getting to know in the community and the networking and allowing people, getting to know people. It's like from Manson and Lake City, it's like sometimes we get so focused in on our one town that we forget that there's other people.
Always blows me away when you're like, it's 12 miles that way. I had no clue this was going on. It's so cool to find those things out. Well, this is really cool. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day and talking to me.
Absolutely.
Can you introduce yourself to me and your role?
Yeah, I'm Bailey Landgraf, and I'm a first grade teacher at South Central Calhoun.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Never a dull moment.
No, I can only imagine. I remember first grade was some of my favorite years of school. I mean, like first and second grade were like, those were prime. I loved them.
Yep.
So in simple terms, let's kind of discuss, like, what is your impact on Calhoun County, or how does your work impact the county?
I feel like right there is your future. Right there is the future of the county around us, the towns around us. Trying to give them the best base of knowledge and trying to get them ready to go to be future leaders.
Absolutely. What excites you most about how Calhoun County is changing? A lot of changes happening. What's most exciting for you?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things to do is go around Iowa and go to all of these different small towns to kind of see what they have to offer. So when I look at Calhoun County and Rockwell City, honestly, and specific, I see all the opportunity that we have available, and I think seeing groups like this get together and all these people that have these ideas, I think I'm just really excited for what could possibly become out of our area.
So this group is Leadership Calhoun. Well, what does it mean to you to be in this group? Have you learned a whole lot about different things, or has the networking been, like, what's been your favorite part about it all?
Yeah, I've loved to get out and see more people. I feel like in a school, I'm kind of stuck in that building all day long and I don't get out and about and see different things. So the amount of different people that I've met and the different things that actually go on in the county that I had no idea about, I think that's been most rewarding so far being in this program.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
Can you introduce yourself and your role here with Leadership Calhoun?
Yeah, my name is Joe Skinner. I'm participating.
Nice.
I'm a participant, I guess.
What's the industry you work in?
So I'm the manufacturing manager for Skinner Innovations. We develop and build testing equipment for the fire and gas protection industry.
Whoa, that's cool.
So
I had no clue you guys were right over there. That's super cool.
Yeah.
All right. So how does your work impact Calhoun County and its future? Maybe even the surrounding area?
I don't know that it impacts it directly. We build such a niche thing that most of the time it just gets shipped worldwide. Mm-hmm. So we build it in a basement and it goes everywhere else.
Yep.
We do have a couple clients or a couple customers that are more local. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I'm not sure that it directly impacts Calhoun County.
You're making an economic impact because you're at least bringing some money into the county.
Yeah.
So there's
that. Yeah.
That's fun though. So what excites you most about what's happening in Calhoun County? A lot of things are changing. Things are getting updated. What excites you most?
So I'm a big believer in economic development, bringing businesses in, starting businesses. I have a degree in entrepreneurship. That's kind of where my background lies.
Cool.
So I really love the business aspect of it, and watching that grow is the coolest thing in the world to me, especially in a small area like this. I'm a city boy. I grew up in the big city in Utah, and this is... Watching small towns grow like this is just so much more rewarding.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because you can see. I bet you can see it a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly. You can see it way easier here.
So how about Leadership Calhoun specifically? What does it mean to you and your community?
Leadership Calhoun to me was just a way to get my name out there and kind of learn more about what's going on around me. I love learning, so I watch farmer YouTube videos because that's what's around me. I want to learn more about what's going on around me. So that was a big part of it for me, is just kind of learning what's going on in my county. As we've gone, getting to know this group of people and knowing that if I go to another community, I know people and have those connections has been a way bigger impact in for me anyway. It's just been huge. And knowing that if I do eventually get into leadership in Lake City, I have those contacts outside of Lake City that I can lean on for help and for advice.
That's really cool, because like you went into this thinking one thing and you actually got something else out of it. That's really awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself and your role here with, what company you represent?
Okay, so I'm Joni Gerdes, and actually I got to give a shout out to the city of Pomeroy, who is sponsoring me, but I actually live on a farm and farm with my husband. Oh, so that's cool. Yeah.
Gotta love it. I've been over to Pomeroy for a few different things. Small town. There's some cool stuff going on there.
There's some cool stuff. Yes.
Oh man. So in simple terms, let's kind of discuss, how does your work, maybe as a farmer, impact Calhoun County and its future?
Sure. So, when I think of agriculture, that's huge in our county. It affects, it's part of our farmers, it's the elevators, there's lots of job industry in agriculture, so I feel like that's a pretty major role in our area here. And we're generational farmers, so my grandpa farmed, my dad farmed, we're farming on both sides with my husband and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So I look at how farming was when my grandpa started, or you hear the stories, and then you hear how my dad, and just the different ways that has changed over the years. And then I'm looking to the future where my son is starting to farm, and what kind of changes is he going to see in the years. So I just think agriculture is a big part of our area.
What does Leadership Calhoun mean to you? This is the first year they've ever done it, but what are some of the experiences that you've taken away?
Yeah, so you don't know what you're getting into when you try something new. I think if I had one word to describe it, would be connection. I think the neatest thing has been kind of meeting other people in our county, and just being connected with, hearing maybe some of the struggles, also some of the things that are strengths, and kind of working together, and just getting connected with the other members in our county.
Yeah, I guess
because we're all like, all of our communities are doing great things. But when you look at it as a county as a whole, that's been fun for me, is the connections.
I never thought about that. It's like it helps you get the broader picture of everything.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That's something I never would have thought about for this. That's a good answer.
Good.
Awesome. Well, those are all the questions I have for you. But thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to me.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself and your role?
Sure. I am Holly Betten, and I work with the Grain Elevator and Processing Society, known as JEEPS.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit association in the grain industry.
That's awesome. I actually had to look you guys up to see what you guys did, and very intriguing. It fits Calhoun County very well. So, how does your impact, or how does your work impact Calhoun County then? Let me ask you that.
Absolutely. So we are a global organization.
Oh, wow.
So the grain and grain processing industry is the industry that we serve.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 46 states that we have members, and also many countries. So with this, not only are we able to impact our local grain and grain processing, but we're also have an international touch as well.
That's wild. I guess I didn't know it was international. I should have done a little bit more research. What excites you most about the changes that are coming in Calhoun County? Things have been changing the last 5-10 years. It seems to be ramping up lately. What excites you most about some of these changes?
Certainly I have a passion for agriculture. So, Calhoun County, there is so much driven around agriculture, and the excitement around all of the things that are happening within our county and in our region, right? When I look at, today we're at Iowa Central, and we're looking at that new building coming to Iowa Central and what that means for our county and so the surrounding counties is extremely exciting.
Yeah, that's really cool. I listened to a podcast with Dr. Jesse Ulrich on it, talking about that building. Really cool stuff happening out here. So, how about Leadership Calhoun specifically? What does it mean to you, or what have you taken away from it in the handful of courses that you've already had?
Yeah, so, one of the things that Dr. Ulrich talked about was, reaping what you sow. And that's true in any organization, and certainly of this program as well, where you will get out of it what you put into it. And so, when he talked about harvest, right? That's something everyone in agriculture can relate to, and even non-agriculturally, right? Yeah. If you like to eat, you like harvest.
Yes.
So, reaping what you sow, putting into it is what you get out of it, I think was such an impactful message.
Nice. I'm going to put you on the spot. What are some things you've gotten out of it so far? What's one of your favorite parts? Is it the networking? Is it learning what other people are doing, or what is it?
Well, certainly, a good share of the attendees I didn't know. And so now you have this network and this resource of individuals that you wouldn't have otherwise had experience with. And each one of them have different backgrounds and knowledge that you can bowl into, which helps build your knowledge and skill set as well. It's fabulous.
I love that. That's awesome. Those are all the questions I have. You did a great job. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Can you introduce yourself and your role with your company?
My name's Chris Blair. I work for New Cooperative.
Oh, cool.
What I do is I'm a district manager. I oversee over 40 locations operation-wise.
All right. So how does that impact Calhoun County as a whole, or maybe even the surrounding areas?
So we have quite a few locations in Calhoun County. Helps with the tax standpoint for the county. With all the buildings and things, assets that we have.
Nice.
Provides a lot of jobs as well.
Oh, yeah.
For all the communities around here.
So you're like working with the farm. Farmers seem to be a lot of what's going on in Calhoun County. You're working with them.
Right. It helps the farming economy and everything. So
nice. All right. So what excites you most about what's going on in Calhoun County? A lot of things have been changing the last handful of years, maybe the last 5-10 years. Things are ramping up lately. What excites you most about some of these changes?
I would say that we've got a good group of people in this room that want to see good changes within the county. We want to see it continue to grow and not die. So I feel like with this group, I think it's a really good starting block. We got a lot of people in the communities that care. They want to have great services, and working with this group of people just going to help spearhead that more, I think.
Absolutely. One of the smaller counties in Iowa, but I feel like you guys have one of the biggest trajectories for growth. You guys know where you're going, and you're all kind of going.
And there's a lot of pride in the communities, too.
I love that. So, how about Leadership Calhoun specifically? Is there something that, what have you appreciated most about this in the handful of courses that you've already taken? Or what are some things that you took away from this that you didn't think you would?
My biggest thing is the networking with the people that are in this group. Just getting to know them, getting a better understanding of what they do and maybe some of the things that they go through every day.
Oh, yeah.
but just the speakers that we've had, being here at Iowa Central today, kind of an eye-opener with how important this educational facility is to our area. We've also been to Stewart Memorial at the hospital.
Yeah.
We had a meeting there, and just how important these entities are to our communities.
I love that. Those are all the questions I have for you. But thank you very much for taking time out of your day.
You bet. Thanks.
Yep. Can you introduce yourself and your role?
Yes, I'm Melissa Kinney, and I am just a volunteer with Laurelville Visions, and it's a community betterment group in Laurelville.
I wouldn't say just a volunteer. Volunteering is one of the most important things you can do in a community. All right. So, in simple terms, like, how does your work impact maybe Calhoun County or just Laurelville or just surrounding areas?
Yes, so we are actually working on a project right now to bring a spray pad or a splash pad to Laurelville. So we have like 300 people in our town, but we're looking to bring that to like just all of Calhoun County because the whole county will use it. So about 10,000 in our county. So we think it'll be a wonderful asset to our community because some of the area pools have problems being able to staff lifeguards.
Okay.
So we're trying to kind of find recreational opportunities to be able to bring.
Nice.
And get around that.
So what excites you most about some of the changes that are coming in Calhoun County? Things have been changing. I've been saying earlier, like, last 5-10 years, things have been really kind of ramping up. What excites you most about some of these changes?
I don't know. I think it's all the volunteers getting together and familiar faces and, making these connections with people in this class and other people outside of it and being able to get things done together.
Mm-hmm. How about Leadership Calhoun specifically? You kind of touched on it a little bit, but what does it mean to you, your community? What have you taken away from the short handful of classes that you guys have done?
I think it's been a very good learning opportunity. It pushed me. We did a 5 minutes of fame. Was it a couple of classes ago, and it completely pushed me out of my comfort zone, but it was a really good learning opportunity, and I'm really glad that, we had that, and
yeah, that's really cool. Those are literally all the questions I have for you. Good luck on the splash pad, because I know I live in a community that installed something similar to that, and it went over like gangbusters. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves a nice little splash pad. So that should be something really cool. Laurelville, right?
Yes.
I've driven through a few times, but I don't think I've ever stopped. If there's a splash pad, I'm stopping though. I'll tell you right now.
Yes, good. It'll be cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to me.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. A little bit shorter episode than normal, but I think it's kind of fun because you got a bunch of different people's point of view on something that's really kind of cool and unique. It's not something there hasn't always been a Leadership Calhoun. This is the first year for it. And it's kind of fun to hear, the takeaways people have. Sometimes they thought, well, maybe I'll get this out of it. And they ended up getting something else out of it. It's really kind of interesting to hear how the networking has really impacted people. We're just learning about what other people are doing, different industries, even the people that are in the group or the places they are going to tour and how impactful they are, not necessarily just for Calhoun, but for the whole county and the surrounding area. For example, this episode was recorded at Iowa Central, and Iowa Central and Calhoun County. There's a lot of impact there between what Calhoun County needs as far as let's say educational and development type things and what Iowa Central provides to them. And it's really kind of cool to be able to have these opportunities, living in a county that is providing these types of things to people. So hats off to Teresa over at the Calhoun County Economic Development Corporation for doing this and spearheading it. First year, there's always going to be some things that are going to change, but hopefully you guys got a lot out of this. And for people that are intrigued by Leadership Calhoun and what all it involves, this is a tiny taste of it. And maybe next year is going to be your year where you're involved in Leadership Calhoun. So I want to say thank you to Teresa for giving us the opportunity to sit down and talk to some people, give a little presentation over at Iowa Central. And, thank you very much to all the guests. Again, if you need to get in contact with any of these guests, I'm going to put the information for Leadership Calhoun, Calhoun County Economic Development Corporation, etc. down below. You can contact them and then get in touch with any of these individuals. Again, I love these things because when you have that many people coming in for interviews, even I learned stuff. And it seems like every single person said something where I was just kind of like, oh, I guess I never thought of it that way. And that's one of my favorite things about podcasting. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you to the guests. No Buster head scratch this week. No how has marketing impacted your life this week. Just good old-fashioned interviewing people and talking to them about what they do and why they're excited to do it. So thank you again to the guests. Thank you to Teresa. Thank you to Iowa Central for letting us take up some space there and record a podcast there. And thank you guys for listening. We'll check you guys all out next week on another episode of the Spin Market Report. This podcast is produced by Spin Market and Digital. Located in Fort Dodge, Iowa, Spin Market's highly skilled team can help you increase your market by updating your website, improving SEO, designing advertisements, and producing podcasts that will grab the attention of your market. Contact Spin Market today for all your digital marketing needs at digitalagent@spinmarketwith2ks.com or call us at 515-302-8026. And to learn more, visit our website at www.spinmarketwith2ks.com. That's digitalagent@spinmarketwith2ks.com or 515-302-8026. Or visit our website at www.spinmarketwith2ks.com.